Live. We're live. I'm gonna wait for more people to come on because I have quite an experience to share with everyone about my recent trip to Romania, my car rental experience in particular. Let's just say that I was looking to save a buck and I ended up being charged $2,000 on top of my rental for no apparent reason other than these people trying to make money from people like me who are looking at their expenditures and are trying to be good with their spendings. So I'm just going to go and say this. I reserved my car through economy bookings. What a great deal that was. What a great deal that was. I mean, for 18 days from April 8th, 2025 to 24 April of 2025, they charged me 239.58 euros. English, 262.57 US dollars. Right? You're thinking, what a great deal, right? If you cancel this 48 hours before your pickup time, you get your money back, apparently. But obviously, who's going to do that? If you need a car to get around, you're going to want to get the car. I did that. So, and actually that works because after I reserved the first one, it was like 320 or $360. I can't remember. Anyway, it was over $300. So actually it was 360 now that I look at it, because I remember it was $100 less when I booked this one here. But it was through the same company. So apparently the first cancellation worked. I got my money back. But boy, what a surprise on this one. I was told the guy would be there waiting for me. I had to wait for him to come pick me up. And I haven't tipped this guys. The one that picked us up. And I tipped the guy at the front desk in their office upstairs by the airport. And this company's name is, I can tell you exactly. Let's see. Mobicar Tech. Yeah, it's mobicar.ro. That's their emails. contact@mobicar.ro. Unbelievable how they tricked me and my wife. Okay? It's like this. You've heard of bait and switch? They baited us to get this car. They upgraded for free, which were like, whoa, yes, this is it. And then we got to the office, and here comes the bombshell. The guy says, you got to give us $2,000 down payment or security deposit on this car until you return it. Look at this sheet of paper that we signed. It's like fine print, front and back. See? Front and back. Tried to read this over there? No. I asked him, what am I signing? He said, well, it's just legal stuff. You just basically being as the car, don't damage it, anything like that. So I signed it. I signed $2,000. I gave him $2,000 on my Capital One. $2,000. I was promised I get the money back when I return the car, which I did on time. Actually, the day before I returned it. So I gave him an extra day to make extra money. The guy came out to the car, took me in a parking lot, took pictures of everything, said the car was in great condition. The way I returned it, there was no scratches. By the way, there was like a scratch this big, about a foot long, on the driver's side that somebody else did. And he just, for reference, says, if you scratch the car this much, it's going to cost you $400 extra for us to fix it. Although they don't fix it, they just take your money. So when I picked up the car, it took us about 30 minutes to pick this car up. Sign all the paperwork. He kept asking me, make sure you read everything. Yeah, I looked at it. I glanced at it. I read it. I was tired from my flight. Who does this kind of business where they hide stuff in plain sight? So I signed everything. My wife signed it. And when I looked at the credit card terms online, it's basically Capital One says you have to book the car through their card, so you get the benefits, right? So I called the guy back the very next day, and this is what happened. Okay, the very next day, that's when the red flags went up and all the sirens and horns went on and on and on. I felt sick to my stomach. I was in distress. I had anxiety. I called them several times. They didn't pick up the phone. I messaged on WhatsApp the person that was reaching out to me in the United States before I left to go there, to make sure that I'm coming and then I'm picking up the car. They're good on getting to you when they need you. But when you need them, they don't have a customer service phone number. You can call the number they call you from, but then they're going to answer, but click. They're going to hang up on you. Because why? Because they don't want you to somehow record them or maybe have some kind of proof what they say against what they do here illegally. Or if they do it legally, that's somebody has to stop these people. So this is why I'm doing this live feed. I'm going to post it over and over on Facebook and everywhere else. I can post it on media. This mobicar tech company from Bucharest, okay, is doing the same. Look at their reviews online, bait and switch all the time. Everybody that went, we didn't find a 5-star review on there. Everything was 1 or 2. People always lose their money. They go there to Romania to have a good time, and they get this. So the whole time you're there, I was trying to call them while I was there. Nobody answers. Nobody picks up the phone. So I'm going to read you. By the way, thank you for anyone who's sticking around. You don't have to watch, but I'll do it anyway. And I thank you for listening. So I'm going to read you this, okay? This is the last email I received from them just this morning, which put me in a bad place right now. And I'm going to try to leave my emotions out of it. So they're telling me that I agreed to pay 10,015.34 lei, which is $2,262, okay? That's what it is. I never agreed to that. I looked at this. In fact, on this contract, they say that I agreed to 10,000 something. And when I asked the guy at the front desk, what does that mean? He's simply telling me, oh, that's just for us to have it on paper that you agreed to get this car and you agreed to put a down payment, and you'll get it back when you return the car. All of the $2,000 that we have charged your credit card. And of course, I just realized now they have something at 19% miscellaneous TVA. I don't know what that means. That's 599 lei 0.09. So yesterday afternoon, I write this email. And in fact, let me take you back before that. So I get a rental agreement closed, OTP 01765. That was my contract. And contact and mobicar.ro. This is their email, so they're writing to me. And by the way, by this time I've been calling them before, trying to talk to someone. I even emailed and said I need to talk to someone about this rental. And of course, as expected, they haven't picked up my phone calls. So, dear blah 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 is my name, Joe Daniel. Your rental agreement has been closed. Rental cost paid at location in addition to prepaid economybookings.com. So this is, they're telling me this isn't. Time and mileage reservation, no insurance coverage included, including third-party liability cover. Purchased from location and out of our service according to agreed terms was 10,015.34 Romanian lei. I did not agree to this. In fact, when I rented this car, I purchased the insurance that was offered to me online. And of course, that's also bogus because that insurance is like on top of your insurance they already have. I have liability here in the United States. I gave them everything I could give them for my policy. And they kept jerking me around on that. Well, the guy asked for the insurance card and declaration page. I gave him that. That wasn't good enough. Then he said, I need this. He wanted to have the policy wording, blah, blah, blah. And I called my agent from Romania, and I told him, this is what they're saying. He said, well, Daniel, I don't have anything else to give you. I mean, what you have is what If they want to see the wording, there's like a 41-page document, but really there's nothing in there. Declaration page is what they need. So that wasn't enough. Then I went to Capital One. I called Capital One from Romania to deal with this. By this time I was agitated. My stomach was hurting from stress and anxiety because they kept jerking me around, pushing me around. And then, of course, the wife looked at their Google reviews online, and everything was bad. Everything was bad. And then I realized I was caught in something horrible. So kindly note, I'm continuing with this email, kindly note your personal Safeco auto policy will not cover third-party liability coverage in Romania, as it is valid USA and Canada only, and limits are too low to compare to minimum legal coverage requirements in Romania. Of course, these people must know how to handle this bait and switch stuff. Also, your master rental insurance will cover only damages to the rental vehicle, but not third-party liability coverage. See exclusions below from master rental insurance provided by you. Section F, quote, what is not covered, injury of anyone or damage to anything other than the rental vehicle. So, again, this is another part of the email in red. Says, we take this opportunity to remind your important agreement terms about the damage to reputation and founded credit card disputes. See, they're trying to cover their tracks here. Also, if one of the parties or any of the person to whom the party has assumed the obligation to guarantee the obligation of confidentiality will harm the dignity, honor, reputation of the other party shall be entitled to claims damages in the amount of €1,000 without need to prevent the damage suffered. Have I suffered anything here? What do you think? My gosh, these people are snakes. The damage being applicable for each and every breach of this obligation. In addition, the party shall be liable for any action that damages the image and reputation of other party in relation to banking institutions, financial institutions, or institutions issuing electronic means of payment which proves to be ungrounded, false, or made in bad faith. That includes also the action of disputing financial transactions with electronic means of payment, including bank cards. The other party will be entitled to claim damages in the amount of €1,000 without having to prove the damage suffered. Oh, really? This is them. The damages being applicable for each and every breach of this obligation. You see how slick these people are? I just don't understand it. So they gave me 2 attachments. Oh, let me see what it is here. Oh, this is what I sent them. He's trying to prove that I don't have insurance. This, of course, is how they make their money, master rental. And this is also from Capital One. I'm going to have to get a lawyer on this and say, these people cannot be allowed to do business. Everybody on there, people that are being honest about this are saying the same thing. And this is what happens when you don't know. So when you rent a car overseas, please read the Google reviews. You are not going to be sorry if you do. At least you'll make an informed decision. We saw that only after the second day when we tried to call them and nobody picked up the phone. That's when we saw it online. So let me go back to the last email. That's the one that I wanted to talk to you about. So, Mr. Isle, kindly be reminded, this is regular cap letters, but this is caps coming next. It says, no security deposits were taken. Such a lie, because my wife was there, and we have proof of that. We can prove that by saying that we were there, and this is what we heard. The guy that actually took my money said, yes, we'll take $2,000 off your credit card, and when you return the car, we get the money back. So this is a false statement to begin with. So kindly be reminded, no security deposits were taken for this rental agreement. Please see screenshot from rental agreement with your signature for acceptance of charges and TPL terms showing no security deposit were taken. Again, caps screaming at me. Unprofessional. Charges processed by location were 10,015.34 lei, which is 2,262 is what they took from us. as described in the email below. Approved by you, specific signature on the rental agreement as shown in the screenshot below. And I'm looking at the screenshot. I see the screenshot. And I asked them when I signed, actually before I signed, I said, why am I signing for 10,000 lei? He said, oh, that's just to cover the rental until you get back. So I didn't think anything of it. And just remember that this time we hadn't read any reviews on this company. We didn't know anything. We went for it because it was 5 lei or $5 per day for rental. We thought it was a great price. And then we just had our insurance. But of course, you see, this turned out to be more than $5 per day. If we took, let me see, I can tell you exactly how much that would be. So we do 2,262 divided by 18, 125.66 per day. That's how much money I paid for this car. And I could have chosen Budget or Hertz or any other American company, and I chose these people because of the price. Bait and switch. Bait and switch. They bait you with $5 per day, and then you end up paying $5 per day plus. And when I asked the guy, I said, if I got the insurance from you, how much would it be? He said $100 a day. So $100. So basically, it's $105 per day to rent their vehicles. Why wouldn't they tell me that up front? Why? Why are they? I even tipped these guys. I tipped both of them. The guy that picked us up from the airport, who, by the way, was late. 30 minutes late, had to wait for him. And then I tipped the guy up front at the front desk because he added my wife on the contract, which they were trying to charge us another $50 a day for her to drive the car. And unheard of. That's just, no. So I'm going to post this video over and over, and I want people to know. I'm going to read their company name again. If you go to Romania, do not rent from these people. Their company name is Mobicar Tech. Okay, their email is contact@mobicar.ro. But Mobicar is the name, just so you know. Mobicar. Mobicar Tech. Tech. You know that one. So Mobicar Tech. They are listed. They live. Their office is on. I should spell this. Drumul Gării Odaia 1A Otopeni. So basically, it's like the DRUMULGARII and then ODAII 1A Otopeni, the name of the airport. OTOPENI. So do not rent. Please do not rent from Mobicar. Do not. You will be taken for everything you have. I am going to talk to a lawyer. I will definitely talk to a lawyer about this. Maybe even tomorrow. Today is Sunday, so I won't be able to see anybody, but tomorrow, and see what they're going to say against this. Yes, I did sign for 10,000 lei. I did sign that agreement, but that was after he told me I would get the $2,000 back. My wife is a witness to this, and all they have is on paper. So I'm hoping that the system here can bring these people down and bring them to be liable. They have an office in the United States, so I'm sure we can probably take them to court here. But that is unheard of. You don't do business like that. You don't tell people, we'll take a deposit, and when you bring the car back, you get the deposit back. That's what the guy said next to my wife. We heard it, okay? Do not rent from these people. Mobicar, do not rent. Oh, and when I did go with him to look at the car the day I returned it, he took pictures of everything, of course, and he kept telling me, assuring me everything is fine, the car is good. First, we're going to go in the office. Then he switched it on me. He's like, oh, well, we did everything here. You don't need to go in the office. I said, but I need a copy of the paper that I just signed here with you stating that the car is returned in good condition. I never got that. I still haven't got that. And he assured me that I'll get that. Okay, so you can see them not having a phone number to call if you have issues, concerns. That is also a red flag. Do not rent from these people. Okay, I tried to call the number they initially called us from a couple of days before I returned it. They picked up and they hung up on me. Picked up and hung up. I called twice and they didn't say a word. I said, hello, and click. And of course, I wrote an email. I said, I need to talk to you. This is my number. I'm staying at this hotel in the airport. Please call me. Let's talk. I have questions about this contract. They were not available. They did not want to talk to me in person. The only time they'll talk to you is just to make sure you bring the car back so they can give it to somebody else on time. Now, what else can I say? The guy at the front desk seemed to be genuinely truthful at the time when we picked up the car. But looking in hindsight, the way he treated me at the end, trying to rush me out of there and not take in the office so I can get actual paperwork in my hand, just him telling me that I'll get the emails, I'll get everything I need, and there's no problem. As soon as I send him what I need to send him, so I sent him what he asked, which was the insurance cards and the declaration page. And apparently that was not good enough with the other guy that was in the shadows, could never talk to, or was never aware of who he is and where he's working from. Anyway, but mobicar is a company you don't want to do business with. Please, I beg you, I implore you, do not go to mobicar. And if you do, read the reviews, go online, read the reviews, and see what people are saying. They take everybody for this reason. They know exactly what to say, how to say it, and they will not talk to you on the phone. I think they're afraid that somebody might actually record them. Next time I'll do better when I go there. I will probably give you guys an update next time with what the lawyer says regarding this car agreement. It just upsets me that people that pretend to do business like this, they go on and lie to your face. Smile and lie to your face. Make you feel good and lie to your face. And then on top of that, they're actually threatening me that I should keep this quiet and I should not hinder their name. What name am I not hindering? What are they doing right to everybody? It makes no sense to me. So anyway, I think I've said enough. One more time. Do not rent a car from mobicar, okay, in Bucharest. Mobicar Tech, M-O-B-I-C-A-R, Tech, T-E-C-H, right? Yep, Tech, mobicar Tech. Thank you for watching. For all those of you who actually stood till the end and this channel, I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Share this video. Please share it with anyone you know so that mobicar is going to be forced out of business. People will not rent from them. I'm telling you, they are crooks. They're crooks. It's not right what they're doing to people, to take them for everything. For everything. I didn't go to Romania to be stressed and have anxiety. I actually went to Romania to have a good time and see my family. And I ended up coming back. My stomach starts still right now. Stress after stress after stress. Do not rent from mobicar Tech in Romania and Bucharest. Do not rent a vehicle there. Look at the reviews. The reviews online are 1s and 2s. I don't think I've seen a 3. And everybody's complaining about the same thing that I'm complaining. So I'm putting this out live, and then I'll post it on Facebook, and I'll post it on X. And I want people to share it. Share this so that you are aware. mobicar Tech is not a company you want to do business with. I'll give an update as soon as I talk to a lawyer and find out what we can do. And hopefully we can get these guys here in the United States. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.